everybody, Bob McCarthy here for the 2014 New England Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame Fan Fest in Warwick, Rhode Island. This is an incredible event that happens every year, and the Bob Show is here to get all the actions, meet all the legends, and see all the excitement. So stay tuned for this incredible episode.
See the best.
My guest at this time is the one and only lawyer of lawyers, the authority in pro wrestling. He is the one and only Clarence Mason.
How you doing?
How you doing today?
I'm good, man.
Is it great to be here with all the legends?
Hey, let me tell you something. This is, I guess I'm telling myself, I'm a mark for the business. It is good to be here and to see all these legends of not only yesterday, but of today. It's a great thing, man. Real, real good. Glad to be here.
Do you have a funny Owen Hart rib or story from Owen at all we can share?
No, not so much as that. Owen just was a good guy. Talent that was just left here way, way too soon. I mean, he never took things too seriously, you know what I mean? And he always had a fun side of him. In fact, I mean, I guess the problem with him is he was too much fun. But not a bad way.
Yeah.
It was a good thing. It was a good thing because a lot of things can happen in the locker room and can get you down and get you, you know. But no, not him. He never let that kind of stuff get to him. He always stayed above that. And if ribs was the best way he could do, you know, go about doing that, he did what he needed to do. Good thing.
He took care of business.
Oh, yeah, man.
Who was somebody that helped you out the most in your career when you were in the business?
Well, let me actually go back instead of saying in the business before. The person that got me in the business was Ernie the Cat Ladd. He was the man. He made it all possible. He arranged the connections. And it was pretty much a done deal once he got involved in it. And I will be forever and always grateful for what he did. Was so sorry to hear that he passed away. Had to stop what I was doing. Flew out to Louisiana to his funeral because I had to pay respects to the man because he was the one that did it for me.
WCW with Harlem Heat. What was that experience like with Ahmed Johnson as well when he had, was it T. Biggs or?
J. Biggs.
J. Biggs.
Let me tell you something. You know, J. Biggs had a good time. J. Biggs, it was like a 7 or 8 month run, and that's when new management came in with Russo, those fellas. But it was a good run. I enjoyed my time there. Was at the point of signing a long-term contract, but that's like I said when new management came in, and that just wasn't the direction that they wanted to go in. And hey. Not necessarily in their best interest because shortly thereafter the country folded. So there you go, the company folded. So had they gone ahead and they signed J. Biggs that long-term contract, that company would still be afloat, they'd still be solvent, they'd still be making money, and they wouldn't be down in the crapper where they are right now.
That is why WCW went under. Wow. We heard the exclusive right here. I want to thank you so much. One of the legends here at the New England Hall of Fame Fan Fest, the one and only Clarence Mason.
You got it, baby.
Give us a countdown. That means we're on.
That means we are on, and we are live with Kenny Dykstra right here, Hall of Fame Fan Fest. Kenny, how's it like being here with all the legends?
It's amazing. You know, I come to these things not to see the fans. Sorry. I actually come to these things to see all the legends. I got to see the Bushwhackers. I got to see Joey Styles. What's that other old guy? Matt Stryker. I saw Matt Stryker. It's amazing. I love this thing.
Now, you're a New England native. Where are you from in New England?
Worcester, Massachusetts.
Worcester, Massachusetts. Part of the Spirit Squad. You got in the OVW, came in. What was it like with the male cheerleaders and Vince McMahon? How was that experience like?
It was amazing. We could do nothing wrong. We were told that the dumber you are, the better it will be. So, you know, we were pretty dumb to begin with, but, you know, we made it work.
Who would win a fight between you and Dolph Ziggler right now?
I would. It depends. I can do the hand game, but he's the ground game, so it depends which way it went.
How are you enjoying the independent circuit right now? All the action you're doing right now? Who you been working for?
It's good. I work for Jersey Championship Wrestling, WWC Puerto Rico. The indie scene is great. I mean, WWE has a great show, but the indie scene has a ton of talent. You have guys like me, Kenny Dykstra. You have guys like Damian Darlin. You have a ton of indie guys that have so much talent. It's amazing.
No, he's tapping out. Folks, anything can happen here at the Hall of Fame Fan Fest. This is awesome. Kenny, no, we're not going yet. We got to talk about your book because my girlfriend actually bought the book for her kids. That's right. I got this in my house right now. Talk about Billy's book. What is this Billy's Bully about?
Yeah, this is my anti-bullying children's book. It's called Billy's Bully. It's a great book for kids. It rhymes. It's colorful. It touches on bullying. It's a great topic. You know, it's a big topic right now in America. It's all over the world. So this book touches on it. And pretty much what I do during the week is I go to schools. I go to elementary schools, middle schools, high schools. I go all over and we talk about bullying and the importance of higher education. That's pretty much what we do. So even though we're wrestlers and we can be like dumb and act stupid on TV, we're still very educated people.
And you're still giving back to the people and helping out a new generation of young kids to stop bullying.
Perfect.
That's an awesome message. That's very incredible. Are you going to go over to Big Bully Busick and give him a copy of this book and tell him to stop bullying people?
I did, but he ripped it in half, so we'll see.
All right, folks, that's all we have here.
I'll have to send him a copy.
With a one and only, he's going to send you a copy. Remember, get Billy's Bully today, right here, one and only Kenny Dykstra. All right, folks, joining me right now is the greatest tag team in WWE history. Let me get that right. The one and only Phineas and Henry Godwinn, the famous Godwinn brothers, right here, the Hall of Fame Fan Fest. Phineas, how's it being here with all the legends?
It is awesome. I only come to one of these a year, and it's always this one. And it's great because there's people you honor. And, you know, in our business, it's very, you know, the odds are better that if you see somebody somewhere like this, somebody won't be here during the next one. So it's always great to see the people because you don't know if you're ever going to see them. You haven't seen them in 10 years, and then you see them, and then, you know, Ultimate War style, and then they die, you know. So you just got to come and just give love and hug everybody and be an idiot. It's fun as heck. And we get paid to do it.
Henry, who do you want to slop the most here today?
Oh, she's not here today, actually. I was trying to find Stephanie McMahon, but don't seem like she's here today. Or Hunter. But yeah, that's.
I thought you already slopped Hunter.
Yeah, but it's been such a long time, and he really liked it. So.
Yeah. I remember you guys, Tex Slazenger and Shanghai Pierce in WCW when you guys first started out. I was watching you guys every week on Saturday. How was it like when you guys had that cowboy outlaw gimmick?
It was awesome. That was, and I can only speak for myself, but I probably would agree a little bit. My partner would agree with me. Those couple years that we were living down there in Marietta and doing that were some of, if not the best couple years in our life. We were young, and you know, we had no responsibilities, and we were working with friggin' Ric Flair and Arn Anderson, and you know, Ricky Steamboat. It was awesome, and we were on the B crew, and the B crew was Steve Austin, Vinny Vegas, Diesel, Hunter, Steve Regal, us, Scorpio, you know, just the ones that just exploded. It was awesome.
That is awesome. Mark, what is one of your favorite memories of your career?
It's got to be the match that we watched last night. In Madison Square Garden. No, Madison Square Garden.
That was a good one.
The belts the first time from Sunny.
Madison Square Garden, yeah.
Winning the belts for the first time, beating the Body Donners?
At a house show. At a house show. That stuff doesn't happen. I apologize. Yeah, it was great, you know, because they always outsmarted us for like a week up till then. And we were like really, really hot at the moment. And everybody was really happy, and the kids loved us. You know, we were fortunate enough when we first started doing it to go on the road in 8-man tags, and our partners were the Bushwhackers. So, you know, we had those guys showing us how to, no matter if you win or lose, bring the kid up in there and everybody dancing, everybody have fun, you know, and make sure that they had fun watching what you do. And it doesn't get any better than that.
And then you guys, a little more, you guys were called Southern Justice, a little bit different, wearing the suits and everything like that. What was that experience like?
Oh, that was great. That was bringing out the dark side of the Godwinns, maybe the true.
Better as bad guys with overalls than as in the suits. What do you think?
Yeah, I did too, but I guess we can't get it. We don't have time to get into all that. So, but yeah, I like the Godwinn gimmick, and of course, Southern Justice was just getting ready to take off. So
you wrestled that whole thing with a broken neck, that whole time. Yeah, and then he said one day, oh, something's wrong. Oh, by the way, you just broke your neck.
What about the Road Warriors, Hawk? What was it like being with Hawk? If Hawk was having a bad day, what was going to happen?
Awesome. Actually, totally the opposite. Hawk was, and everybody will tell you, one of the nicest and most giving guy in the ring. You know, he would have and you know, we came up young, right? And we're wrestling, you know, freaking Ricky Steamboat and the Horsemen and all this shit, and they're all giving it, you know. They're beating us, but they're giving us stuff. They're making it a good match because they found out that anybody can have a great match with, you know, us, but you get somebody on that quality and then put us on our back. Yeah, it was an awesome time. I mean, it'll never happen again. Riding on the road with Harley Race. Harley Race is our driver for hundreds and hundreds of miles. Freaking awesome, right?
That's awesome. The influence of the legends and the time you guys came in was perfect timing.
And, yeah, and I think not very long. I would say with after Edge and Christian and the Hardys, that was actually the last time of the territories. Then everything else came out of the school. Not there's anything wrong with the school. You know, they do house shows and stuff, but sometimes there's just too many rules put on the match, you know. But I don't work there and I don't know what they are, but I can tell some of the stuff could be better. But you know me, I always, you know, like to bleed and throw people through.
Where you living right now? Where you from?
Under this table.
Under this table?
Under this table, yes.
Good old Southern boys, right?
That's right. I live in Clearwater Beach, Florida.
Awesome. And the girls out there, it's great, right?
It's awesome.
All right. Folks.
Hell right now, but it's awesome.
Folks, I don't want to tie up their time any longer. It has been a pleasure. It has been an honor for the one and only, the greatest tag team in WWE history, the one and only Phineas and Henry, the Godwinn brothers. Joining me right now is one of the greatest tag teams in WWE history.
The greatest. Don't give me one of them.
Ladies and gentlemen, joining me right now is the greatest tag team in WWE history, the Axe, the Smash, known as Demolition. Gentlemen, it's so great to have you here today. Let's ask you, Smash, what legends are you glad to see? What brothers you travel down the road with are you glad to see here today?
Well, every one of them. Harley Race, you know, Axe. It's always good to see him all the time. Fred Ottman, the Nasty Boys, the Bushwhackers, Jim the Anvil Knight, everybody.
This is incredible. I just watched Shakira Pro, where you guys are part of the King of Trios with the one-man gang. What was that experience like?
Well, it was good to see him. It was a funny experience. They have a first-class production, and I wish them well.
And I want to ask you, what was the toughest tag team you ever go up against, Smash? Who were the guys they got in the ring with?
Well, that's kind of a hard thing to say because there's so many of them. They were all kind of memorable. You know, there's nothing that was, you know, tougher than another one. They were just all good.
You don't remember, you don't remember.
That's, folks, I don't want to get beat up and I don't want to tie up their time any longer. The greatest tag team in WWE history, Axe, Smash, Demolition. All right, my next guest right here, the one and only Zach Godwinns. Zach, all the legends are here. You're a legend yourself. You know that, right?
Well, all the legends are here, and so am I. So it's nice. So it's nice to be here with you guys.
I heard you're wrestling tonight. Is that true?
I'm wrestling tonight in Natick, Massachusetts. I believe it's how you pronounce it. It's
Natick.
Natick. I thought it was Natick, and I heard.
It's that Boston accent. You got to get it before you leave.
How do you say? Worcester?
Worcester.
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 That's funny. It's always a treat to be in New England, man. It's beautiful country. The fans are awesome. And I don't get to wrestle as often as I'd like to be, or as much as I would like to in New England. So I always jump at the opportunity to wrestle out here for you guys. It's surely an honor to be here.
See, a lot of folks might not know Zach has one leg. He's a one-legged pro wrestler that goes and has incredible matches on one leg. No one has been able to do this probably since Kerry Von Erich. Now, Kerry had a prosthetic as well, remember that? Nobody knew that for years. What do you think about the Von Erichs? That's out of left field, right? That's out of left field.
I love it.
Out of left field. We're
only at the convention, man. Oh, I was a huge fan of the Von. Are you kidding me? They're the absolute legends, man. And with such a compelling television with the Freebirds and the Von Erichs, to go back and watch that was just like that. It felt like the golden age of professional wrestling. That to me felt like that's what professional wrestling is that feud right there. Like that's the summit, man. That's the peak. It ain't gonna get better than that. But as far, you know, Kerry obviously had one foot and he hid that for a long time. He hid that very well. But I'm the only one in the world who does what I do. I lost my leg to cancer when I was 8 years old. And what got me through that hardship and that pain was my love of professional wrestling. And so when I was 18 years old, I had the opportunity to train to become a professional wrestler. And I've been, I jumped at it, I hopped at it, pun intended, and I've been going strong for 12 years now, man. It feels great to be here.
That is so awesome. It's such an inspiring story, and thank you so much for sharing with us. What was it like WWE with Vince McMahon? I think you beat McMahon with one leg, didn't you? Or with Mr. America, Hulk Hogan? How was that experience like?
Well, it was surreal, man, because these are, you know, I was signed to WWE literally 9 months after I had my first match. So to go from being just the biggest WWE fan in the world to traveling you know, with Hulk Hogan and being on TV with Roddy Piper and Vince McMahon, it was completely surreal and overwhelming. At the end of the day, I'm so happy I had the opportunity to do that. And it was absolutely a dream come true to work for that company. And that company, and most people don't know, but that company has continued to work with me and provide me with the necessary tools since leaving that company under no obligation on their end. So Vince McMahon has done for me words can't really even describe, and people don't know about it, but I love WWE and I love that company very much.
Wow, that is so awesome. I want to thank you so much for your timing, joining us. What a great story here, folks. Keep watching the one and only Zach Godwinn. All right, folks, joining me right now is the Devil's Reject, Brandon Webb, right here at the Hall of Fame Fan Fest. Brandon, how do you like being here today?
It's great. I love seeing all the people that I grew up watching. It's a great time right now.
Who are some of the legends that you came here to see the most today?
Well, I'm a fan of the face paint guys, so I obviously took a picture of the Demolition. Childhood heroes right there. All the Attitude Era guys. I bought Jimmy Corderas' book. He's a great guy. And tonight I'm wrestling Zach Godwinn, but I just met him at his table. Great guy.
But later on, he's going to be your worst opponent, right?
Later on, I'm hoping I don't break a leg because I'm going to try to break his other one.
Who are some of the guys, and I see the face paint here, part of your gimmick. Who are some of the guys that influenced you in the business that made you want to get in today?
Well, pretty much I grew up loving Kane and Sting. If they fucked, I'm the baby, pretty much.
Folks, I think we have to end it at just that. That's the way to go, right here with the Devil's Reject, Brandon Webb. Joining me right now is your teacher, the one and only Matt Striker. Matt, we're here, the incredible Fan Fest. How do you like being here today with all the legends?
Why are you shouting at me? What have I done to you? We just met 2 minutes ago. I thought we were friends.
It's the promo voice.
That doesn't work.
You've done it.
No, we have to be real in this industry now. No more of this, hey, brother. It's real. Real emotional connection.
Do you want to do that over again?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Let's keep going. We're live, buddy.
All right, we're live as it happens. All the legends. You're just busting my chops, man. This is what it's about, paying your dues in the industry. The legends. Who do you like seeing here today the most?
Oh, for me, it's truly an honor. I get to rub elbows with guys like Mario Mancini and Jose Luis Rivera. These are the guys that don't get the credit for building the stars that we all really enjoyed throughout the 80s and the 90s. So for me to really get an opportunity to see these guys and to talk to them and to listen to their stories, Big Bully Busick, the likes of that. And what you don't see is off to my left, camera right, is my good friend who no one else can see, so move the camera this way. But that, to me, is the honor, is seeing true friends and making good connections.
That is awesome. Your career has been incredible. You've done so many independents now. You're back in there at WWE. How was the experience like being announced here for so many years? What did you learn there?
Well, announcing and wrestling with WWE taught me everything I need to know about life. There's life lessons way beyond wrestling, and it's most importantly is to try not to keep people down. Try to raise people up. And most importantly, be a gentleman, be humble, because there's a responsibility that comes with being a professional wrestler. Nowadays, any kid can put on shiny pants and a tank top, slap their leg, and call themselves a wrestler. It's not that easy.
All right, and my last question, what advice do you give to anybody trying to break in the wrestling business in 2014?
Don't wear a bad hat and don't shout at the camera. Be yourself.
And don't wear spandex. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Matt Striker. All right, folks, I'm here with the one and only superhero that's here at the Hall of Fame Fan Fest. There is a hurricane coming through with the one and only, the Hurricane. Hurricane, who is the one legend you came here to see today?
Myself. Who I came here to see was the fans. They're the ones that they're the biggest part of our industry. Probably the most accredited part of our industry is the actual fans. As far as a legend that I never met, I got to meet today was Ox Baker. I never got to meet the master of the heart punch before, so that was great. Got to get to see some friends I haven't seen in a while, the Nasty Boys, and a couple ones that I only get to see at these conventions, which is what makes these conventions really fun for us. You know, we live all over the country, so it's hard sometimes for us to get together outside of work. But these conventions kind of bring a lot of us together again, so it's really good.
Who influenced you to want to get in the business today?
My dad. My dad was a big wrestling fan, so I started watching with him. I remember watching wrestling before cartoons. You know, my earliest memory of television was watching wrestling. So my dad's why I'm in the business.
Well, that's so great. I want to thank you so much for your time and being here today. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Hurricane. The toughest pro wrestlers in the world are the ones from Texas. And I'm here with one of the Texas legends, one of the greatest Hall of Famers of all time, Dory Funk Jr. Dory, how's it like being here today with all the legends?
Well, first of all, I want to thank you for that introduction because I'm very proud of being one of the toughest wrestlers that have ever come to, for that matter, professional wrestling. And I think that Eric Belay and Joseph, his partner, have done a fabulous job up here, and I'm certainly having a fabulous time.
Your career spanning all these decades, one of the greatest careers of all time. What is one of your favorite memories of all time for your career for Dory Funk?
Well, it has to be February 11, 1969, Tampa, Florida. Gene Kiniski winning the NWA World Heavyweight Championship and having the privilege of representing the NWA for over 4 years, and all the different promoters I worked for, the wrestlers I faced, and thanks to all the fans that came out and backed me up, it was a fabulous time in my life.
And my last question, what advice do you give to any young wrestlers trying to come up in the business today in 2014? If they want to step in the shoes and the cowboy boots of the legendary Dory Funk Jr., what advice do you give to these young gentlemen today?
Well, first of all, never quit. And always remember this, it's a very competitive business. It takes a lot of hard work. And what we find with our students that come in, they find it a lot of fun, a good time, but they have to get in the gym, stay in the gym, and work hard, and they'll be rewarded.
That is great advice. I want to thank you so much for your time. Ladies and gentlemen, the icon, the one and only Dory Funk Jr.
Thank you.